European support, of course, in general goes to all member states affected. So this includes Hungary. The tweets referred specifically to budgetary allocation under cohesion, and Stefan can certainly explain that.
Yes. No, thank you very much for this question. Maybe let me explain a little bit what this 10 billion euros stands for, how we reached the 10 billion amount. Basically, this amount is based on a very first rough estimate of the funds that we think could be mobilized under the different national envelopes of the affected countries. To reach this amount of 10 billion euros, we looked first at the rough estimates of damages until now, and also we looked at funds that could still be made available under national programs of affected countries. And that happens to be 5 countries for which we had this data, and on the basis of which we arrived to an amount of 10 billion euros. The idea would be to use cohesion policy funds, make it more flexible by, for instance, exploring possibilities to have quick pre-financing and increasing co-financing. But these flexibilities that the President announced would, of course, apply to all affected member states. What matters are the damage assessments of the different member states, so not just the 5 that were mentioned in the tweet and which were a first example of how cohesion policy can offer support, but all affected member states. What depends, again, as I say, is the actual damages that the different member states believe have to be covered. What secondly matters is the funds that are still available under the current national envelopes, and then finally, very important, the final decision that members take. How much amounts do the member states want to effectively address or use to tackle these floods? So there's a lot of elements there, which I hope clarify a bit your question. Yeah.
And just to be clear, one thing is a 10 billion calculation, which related to cohesion funds to 5 member states. Another different matter is the possibility of benefiting from flexibilities, which is, of course, available to all member states, and clearly including Hungary.